Good morning, citizens. How is everyone today? Today is Groundhog Day, and I'm hoping to get this out by tomorrow because I'm starting up something called Fan Made Fridays. So I better get it out on Friday because it's got to be Friday because who doesn't like alliterations, correct? So if it doesn't end up happening, it's going to be like Fan Made Fridays on a Wednesday or Thursday. This is not going to be a weekly thing. But whenever I find something cool they want to highlight and want to share, this is where I'm going to do it. And this is really focusing on things not being done, not being supported by CIG. So I'm not going to be talking about the model kits that are being sold by a company that is licensing the models from CIG. I'm going to be talking about things that are being made purely for the love of the game by different people. Things like the Urkel DPS calculator. I'll be talking about that one day in the future. Maybe some Star Citizen fan games, fan art, fan fiction, as long as it's appropriate. I'll be looking at that. If you have something that you're working on, or if you know of something that you think is cool and you want me to kind of highlight it and bring some attention to that, let me know. I'm going to talk about 3 things today, and by no means these are the only 3. These are just the 3 that I'm going to go on because I don't want to be showing all the different fleet viewers. But I'm going to be talking about fleet viewers that are available in the game now. If you have other ones that you like using, let me know in the comments below, and I will take a look at those and show those on here in the future. But if you don't know what a fleet viewer is, but if you've been on a Spectrum and you see people posting pictures of their fleets, I made this one really quick just to kind of show you. I added a Vulture, an Aurora MR, a Prospector, a Cutter, and a Rock in this. It's just an image. If you want an image that you can put together showing all your ships to share, or if you want a background of a ship that you really like, fleet viewers are the way to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually load up the fleet viewers and show you each one that I'm using and why I think they're cool. So first things first, we're going to go to Starship 42, one of the original fleet viewers that I ever used, and one that is pretty powerful and has a lot of cool stuff. And they have a lot of things on here. They have their new fleet viewer, they have the original one, the profession map, ship forge, comparing ships, the interior 3D model viewer, which isn't super useful, we'll get into that, and then we have the Holoviewer thing here. So they all have kind of their uses. We're going to go right in first, starting with the fleet viewer. We're going to go with the original first. The original is the first one I use. It's quite large, you can see here, but it's got all the ships here. All you need to do is you kind of just add your ships on here. So let's say, what ships do I have? What do I want? Let's say I've got myself a Pisces, and I got myself a 325A, and I got myself a Starlifter C2. And then I'm going to go here to start. And they're going to load up all these ships. Right click and drag. I can move it around. Left click. I can rotate the images. And you can just kind of make a fleet viewer like this. This is the original one. This is their old one. You have them all in a line. We can kind of make them into a bit of a curve shape. If I had more ships, they'd be kind of like an arc, like a rainbow here. Now this could be zoomed in and out with the mouse wheel. This is kind of a ridiculous thing. You hit this and they'll just kind of drop from the sky like a bunch of toys. Not useful. We can also have the names of the ships all through here. You can take this and reposition one ship if you want to move them around to reposition them. Very easy to use. Very intuitive. We can then create a picture of it. We can create a URL image. We can save the file. On the other side here, if you mouse over, it'll tell you, gives you the ships. Gives you crew sizes. You can see now you can definitely have more than 2 people in a Hercules. You can definitely have less than 3 people in a Pisces. But this is showing I believe just the minimum or maximum recommended crew size. So you need at least 2 people to fly a Hercules correctly. You could have 3 in the Pisces. Cargo, you can see we have here. If I rotate this, you can read it better. 4 SU cargo in the Pisces. 4 in the origin ship, and then the Hercules 612 or 672, I should say, SCU of cargo. So it shows you physical cargo there. You could use this to rename the ships. You can do quite a bit in this, but this is the older version. Now, if I go back to the revised version, it is a bit better, partly because we're sorting all the ships by by manufacturer on one side. I didn't get into the color things. I'll get into those in a moment. Actually, I'll kind of show you. So let's go. Let's find a ship that I think is cool. The Banu Defender. We can put that down here. That is in color. Now, if I click white box, and I'm going to add another Banu. Now we have the white box version. And then we'll go the last, they're chrome. And go down here, add another one. And now we have the chrome version. So you can kind of change the look of the ships that you're putting on there based on that there. We can add a mole there. We can add let's just randomly a cutter. Did I click that? There we go. Cutter there. Again, just like the other fleet viewer, you can put them into a circle. You can drop them randomly onto the ground. We can add labels to them. If you don't like how this is spread out the way it is here, you can move them around. Just like that. You can lock them to a grid. Again, crew out in front, cargo out in front. Lots of different things you can do with this fleet viewer. It is cool. So, two fleet viewers, the older version and the newer one, which is being used. We have the Ship Forge, which is kind of a crazy thing. This has really no use in the game, but it's using parts from different ships. So I can go like, let's do this. I'm going to grab this hull. This was from Misk, I suppose. We have a cockpit. Let's go, this looks like a Taurus. Let's go with that. We can add that to the front of our little ship here. We can get some thrusters. Anvil. Let's go anvil. Anvil thrusters. And these here you can adjust and add them on here. And there we go. We've made our little ship. Let's add a turret on there. Where's a good turret? There's a good turret. Now this turret here, a little bit big. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Now I'm not. Now I'm. There we go. That's what I wanted. I wanted this one. So let's go here. And let's make it a little bit smaller. Now I've really messed it up. There we go. There we go. And I've made myself a little ship. Pretty cool. Really not a lot of use for that, but, you know, it is kind of fun to play around, and you can make little ships. I suppose you might be able to save this as, like, STL and print it out then. I'm not sure. I'd have to look into that. I've never really played around with this, but pretty intuitive, pretty neat just to make something kind of goofy looking if you wanted to make a ship that that doesn't actually exist in game. You could do that. The interior viewer is kind of cool, but the issue I have with this is that, like, let's go find, what's a good one? Let's go to Drake. There we go, Caterpillar. The issue with these models is that we really don't have interiors. So you're able to kind of slide these sliders along and look through the interiors of the ship. But these are all Holoviewer models. That's where these models are coming from. They're coming from the Holoviewer in the game. So by using these, we don't really have good interiors. You don't have like the walls between. You don't have the staircase going up. You can go from the top down and kind of like check out the cross section of a ship. So if you were trying to create something where you needed an interior layout to like draw on as part of a map, you could do something like this, like right about there, and then kind of draw labeling different areas in here. So they are useful in that regards. You can put them as the colors of the default ships in the game. You could make them white. The chrome, what's this one? Glass. Not really useful. But I don't really see a huge use for this until they start producing models that are a lot more detailed. Maybe that's what these little with interior. There you go. So this one says it does have an interior. Let's oh yeah, so someone has added walls in here. So the ones with these little signs on them, like the Cutlass Blue here, the Vulture. Let's go look at the Vulture one. I know I've clicked it twice now. I'm going to make it really confusing. There we go. Let's go to the Vulture. I haven't actually looked in a Vulture yet, except for at the Expo. But oh yeah, so this one's got the interior in it, so you can actually kind of see the seats and stuff in there. So if it's got this little symbol here, you do have the interior. That's kind of cool to look inside the ship. So I do like that. We're going to head back. Back's not working. There we go. Compare is only really looking at two ships at the same time. So let's say Titan, what would be good with the Titan? Pisces. Let's do that. You just look at them side by side. I don't think there's anything else to do in this besides just comparing side by side. I do like that the reflection of the water is reflecting on here. That is kind of cool. We're going to go back again. And what have I missed? Two things here. Let's do 600i Explorer, one of the coolest ships. Oh, I wish I had this ship. I do not. You can start Ship Viewer. It's got loud music, so I'm going to start without music so we don't have to hear that. And this here is just, you can kind of make cool images of the ship by having that there. You can have like a metallic look to it or the matte colored look to it. You can change the background so you can have something like having this ship flying over a moon. Pretty cool to make bespoke images of a ship you like. Kind of useful. And then this is not part of the ship viewer, but because it's part of Starship 42, I'm going to show you this, which is also really neat. Not definitive. You can always use any ship for any job you'd really like, within reason. I mean, you certainly can't use a Gladius for cargo hauling, but if you have some things you want to do, like I really want to get into racing, it's showing you here the ships that are best for racing. These are going to be kind of a cool racing ship. Now we have the solo ships, and we have one that you can race that is not strictly solo. You could have a passenger in there, but only one pilot. Really, there's nothing else for someone to do. Let's say you have, let's go through this real quick. Let's just choose some random ships. We've got a Pisces. I'm going to add one of those. We've got a Carrack. Got one of those. Got a Terrapin. And let's go. We got a Vulture. Yeah, that should be good. And well, let's go. Let's find like a mining ship. Where's Argo? Argo, Aegis, Anvil. Yeah, this is super exciting, everyone, right? Well, let's go Mist because we can get a Prospector from there. Prospector. You can get a Prospector. Now we can look over on this. It says you have 5 ships, and your gameplay are mining, salvage, expedition, and pathfinder. And you can go through here looking through those highlights. Mining, and it's showing you there's your Prospector. Salvage, you got your Vulture there. Expedition, it's telling you your Carrack, and Pathfinder, it's saying both your Pisces and your Terrapin in the Pathfinder. Now, this is why it's not definitive, is like it doesn't have cargo in here for which ones are good for cargo. Something like the Carrack would be good for cargo. It doesn't have something like bounty hunting, which you could do, at least start out, doing with something like the Pisces can actually do like the beginning bounty hunting missions. But it is still a way to kind of narrow down what is some good things for you to try out with your current fleet. Also, if you really want to get into something, what do you need? What ships will allow you to get into bombing? Bombing, we got the Eclipse, and it looks like we got the Retaliator, and what's this one? The Vanguard Harbinger. So, Gladiator. All these different ships. So it gives you options of ships to look into if you want to get into more of a fleet. Oh, it does have cargo here, but why is the Carrack not in cargo? See, I would put the Carrack in cargo. So, again, not definitive, but a pretty cool thing. So that is the Starship 42 website. And I'm going to put a link to all these in the description below, but that's a cool one. We're going to go on to the next one, which is Hangar Link. Now, Hangar Link has 2 parts. The Starjump Fleet Viewer, that is where the image that you first saw when I started this video came from, and we also have Hangar Link. Now, quickly on Hangar Link, this is where you can put in your fleet. Now, you can save them as JSON files. So even in here, you can save on here. You can save this as like a JSON file, and you can take that file and you could put that into here. This helps you out too because it'll give you prices of your ships. You could do like a CCU change. So once they know what CCUs you have in your hangar to help you keep track of them. Let's say I wanted to go from an Aurora MR. There we go. And I wanted to get up to a Prospector. I want to get myself a Prospector. Right now, if I calculate, it's just going to tell me how much it costs. But if it knows what CCUs I have that I might not realize, especially if you have a lot of little ones in there, it might show you some things that you didn't think of, and it'll show you your savings. That's kind of a cool feature for helping someone plan out CCU chains, stuff like that. But we're going to look here at the um, the Hangar Fleet Viewer. I'm going to go here to clear the canvas. We're going to start out. When you start out, it's just blank like this. Now, you can actually watch a video that they put out on how to operate this. So I'm not really going to go too much into how it works. I'm just going to show you some of the cool features for this. You can add some ships here just randomly. We got a Warlock, got a Pirate Edition Caterpillar, a Cutlass Blue. They're all there now. I'm going to close this. You can drag these around. Now, unlike the other one, this is not a 3D model viewer. These are images. They're really nice images, but they're only images. Now, you can take all of them or just one. Like I can take this Warlock here, and I can change it to be facing forwards. I can change the definition from a high definition to a low definition image on those. If I wanted it to be on top of this caterpillar, I could move it back or move the caterpillar back to have one on top. So you could have it looking like it was on sitting on top of the ship like that, which is kind of neat. You could put drop shadows on them. So when it's on the caterpillar, you might want to drop shadow on it, but you might want to take the drop shadow off when the ship is not sitting on top of each other. You could put labels on there. You can actually change the labels. You can add the name of your ship or rename the ships on here. You can change where the labels are coming from the ship, the position of the label. So we can justify center justification. We can have the label coming on the side, label on top. All this really cool way to make cool fleet pictures with these. So although these aren't 3D, you're locked into forwards, side, straight up and down, and isometric. But straight up and down, you can then also change the rotation of the ship so it's facing in different directions. That's not really working right now. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the size of the ship, but you should be able to rotate those images around. I don't know why it's currently not doing that, but it is a cool way to create images. So that is the Hangar Link. So much more in this one. I actually really do like this one. It makes beautiful images, but like I said, because there is the Fleet Viewer video somewhere, there's a way to watch this on video and learn how to use it. That's why I'm not really worried about showing that right now. It's up for you if you want to watch the video explaining it, but it is pretty self-explanatory on how it works. We're going to go to the last one here, and this is from the Star System Community Hub. This is the Holoviewer. This is where I found this one, and this one is pretty cool and pretty new. So this one you have to actually run offline. So these ones here are through websites. You're using this through a website. The JSON files, if you save those on your computer, but all this is being run through the internet, where this Holoviewer is something that you can download and run off your PC. So loading up Holoviewer here, this is one I just found out about today, and this is what made me decide that this was what I was going to cover, was the different fleet viewers. So I haven't actually checked this one out yet. We're going to see what it's like once it loads up. It was a bit of an install, not that big. If I look at the size of all the files, let me do that real quick over here. We're looking at 5.88 gigs, which is pretty big because they've downloaded all the ship models from the game from the Holoviewer. Now, that is where most people are getting their ship files. There used to be some available that people had taken out of the game for stuff like 3D printing, but those have recently been pretty much impossible to find. But taking the ship files from the Holoviewer in the game is actually a pretty straightforward thing. So if you are looking to get those models, that's where you can get them. Or possibly they are all in here now, but still loading up. We're still waiting for this to load. There we go. And now we have settings, we have news, we can play. This is it. So let's go to settings. Settings, we got resolution, shadow quality, key bindings, audio reset, virtual reality. I totally didn't even look at. Ooh, you can look at this in virtual reality. Oh, okay, play. Fleet view. Well, okay, fleet viewer. Create your own fleet from over 200 vehicles. Layout schematic. We got them in a line. We got them in an arc. We got them in eyeball. I don't know. We'll have to figure out what that is. Ships list. We got a bunch of ships here to go through. Let's go with let's go again. I like the Banner Defender. We'll get one of those. Let's go with the Aurora. So that'd be RSI. Which one? Let's go with the LN. That's a cool one there. We got 2 ships now. Let's add something big. What should we add this big? Let's add the Gatak Rallin. And let's add maybe... What else? Let's add a Saber. There you go. We got 4 ships here. And now we go to play, import, look, scale, play. Oh, there we go. And now we have the ships here. They're pretty nice colors. WSAD, looks like that. Yeah, that works. Holding down shift makes me speed up a little bit. That's cool. Yeah, this looks really neat. So this is more of a viewer of like the actual ships, like just walking around looking at them, so you get to see them up close, see the models. The models are actually pretty nice. Yeah, I like these. Like the glass in them looks good. Yeah, can we go inside them? Yeah, there's no... Jump lets me jump. Is there any way just to like go up or down? Key bindings. Zoom in, zoom out. Toggle VR, enter. Well, I do have VR goggles. I'm going to have to try that out. But there's no way... Oh, fly mode on, off. F. F. Oh, there we go. Cool. So you can kind of check out the inside of the ship. Oh, and if I'm like... If you look, it brings you in the direction you're looking. Oh, there's the Banu. I don't know if the interior in the Banu is going to look as good. Let's see if there's an interior in this one. It's not a super fast... using shift doesn't really speed you up too much. Is there an interior in here? No. So this one is the model, like just like the Holoviewer model. They normally don't have interior, but the Aurora did, possibly because of the windows. I have never really looked at this. In my mind, it looked like a smaller ship when I saw the concept art. But these are the weird Gatak alien cargo pods that are going to be part of it. They're neat. Yeah. This is going to be a massive ship. I wonder how you get into it. Where's the elevator going to be? Can we go into this at all? Not really. Not really. I'm sure that is ugly for everyone. That's cool. Yeah, this is really neat. Yeah, I'm going to try to figure out how to get this to work in VR. And maybe that's how I'm going to end this, because we're coming up to at least like close to half an hour, I think. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to add a couple ships that I want to see in VR. And then we're going to give it a go. So I'll be back hopefully in a moment if I got this working. And we are now in VR. I really hope... I've never tried this with VR before, anything with OBS. Hopefully I got the microphone working, or I'm going to be talking for the whole time and not anyone seeing. Initial impressions, this I'm not a fan of because my hands are facing straight out. And like my hands are like this. My hands look like this. Kind of nitpicky. I quickly looked around and saw the ships, but I just wanted to get my first impressions of seeing any of the stuff that I put in here with you. So I've tried to avoid looking too much. I just want to make sure everything is working. So we're now going to look up, and first things first, look what I found. I found Port Olisar. Look at this plate. That is massive. That's cool. That's really cool. Weird color, but massive. I love that. Can I move? How do I move? Yeah, that works. Can I move faster? How do I should have really paid attention to how you move faster. Can worry about it later. Turn around here. We have a Carrack. We've got the Talon. We've got some Auroras. We got some smaller vehicles over there. Vulture, Nomad, Caterpillar. Where should we go first? This is amazing. You know what? We're going to go to the Aurora first. The Auroras are the cool ones. There you go. So I can move pretty quick doing this. So we have the LN and we have the MR. We're going to go with the MR first. Now, whoa. Okay. Honestly, bigger than I expected. In my mind, playing the game, I don't really think of the Aurora. I mean, it seems right scale-wise, but I never really think of it being this big. But this is big. This is cool. How do I well, that's going down. That's going up. Okay, that'll work. Yeah, the models are cool. Like these are the little flaps that should open for VTOL. There should be like a fan in there. That's kind of cool. Let's go inside. Yeah, this is awesome. Look at this. We have our bed in there. We have our seats. Yeah, this is pretty spacious for sleeping. It makes sense. It always felt kind of cramped, but that's good. This here makes me want this game to have VR capability. This is awesome. Yeah, like the screens. Good way to test how well you'd be able to see flying the ship. That's cool. I like this. Yeah, this is neat. Wow. Oh my god. I want this game to have VR so much more now. What happened? What did I just do? I still have to figure out the controls. I don't know how to make it so I can fly up and down just by looking. I'm sure there's a way to do that. But we're going to go in here. This is the LN. Looks pretty much the same, just the coloring's a bit different. But yeah, lots of interior to walk around in. It's a little bit, I gotta go up a little bit. There we go. Now my feet are where the floor should be. Enough headroom to kind of see where you're going. I love on Star Citizen how the, sorry for everyone, I'm whipping around so fast, how the animation for getting into the cockpit is to climb around the seat. So you kind of climb in and get in there. I don't like the rotating seats that are putting every ship. I understand why they're doing it, because it's just an easy animation. But hopefully with Gold Pass, they'll then start making it so that you have more animations where you get into your vehicle. You can see here I've added a couple dragonflies. We got the Star Kitten version, which I was hoping had the Star Kitten on it. It does not seem to. It seems to be just pink. That's a cool looking ship. I like it. Yeah, that's kind of neat. Yeah, that's neat. And we have the Dragonfly Black, the standard Dragonfly. We've got the hover quad here. Looks really cool. Also bigger than I expected. The Grey Cat Rock is a lot bigger than I expected it to be. That is massive. No wonder the DS doesn't fit into a cuddy. I should have brought a cuddy out here to put it out, but I didn't do that. This is cool though. I like this. This is definitely, I always in my mind think of it as like a Bobcat, but this is bigger than a Bobcat, at least with the giant wheels. If you took the wheels and replaced them with smaller wheels or a track underneath, it's not massively bigger than a Bobcat, but it still definitely is. If I put myself in the seat, inside it feels Bobcat size. Just I'm way higher up than I would normally be when I'm in a Bobcat. And there's no foot pedals. So how do I control the mining arm? All right, we have the PTV. We'll go up to Port Olisar. That's where we're gonna end this. We're gonna go check out the Nomad here. I don't know if there's an interior in this. There's definitely an interior in the cockpit. Now, the Nomad to me feels like the size that it should be. Allow me to spin around there. There we go. This is going to have a cool interior. This is definitely designed where it's going to work well with the MFDs. This is weird. Shouldn't be there. But again, you can really see around here. That's really cool. You know what? This is a great way to like review ships. Oh, I didn't look if there's an interior in here. Let's see. Nope, no interior in there. We have the Vulture. That's a cool looking one. Does it have an interior? Let's find out real quick. Oh, it's got an interior in here. Cool. So we got the pilot seat. Lots of room in here. There must be components here. I can't remember, but otherwise this is a lot of wasted space. We've got like a bedroom here. We've got a... I think you go down. Yeah, there's a ladder here. And into the cargo area with the compactors there. So those are going to be cool. When the new patch is out, I can actually try those out. That's going to be really cool. I have not been in VR in a while, so the moving around is not making me feel great. But we're going to check out a couple more ships. We got the Caterpillar here. It's tractor beam side on here. And it's cargo areas. This is a cool, massive ship. This ship is huge. This is a ship that I would love to own one day. I do not have the money in-game or definitely not in real life to get myself a Caterpillar, but I would love a Caterpillar. Look at this ship. This is awesome. This is so amazing. Oh, I'm going to spend more time just kind of hanging out in here looking at these ships. We're going to go to the Carrack. Let's go to the Carrack. Check that out. A popular ship, not my favorite ship. I think it doesn't, it's too big for my uses for a lot of things and then too small for others. So, I mean, I say small, but look at the size of the interior here. No interior in this ship, so you can't really enjoy the interior. I think I would like the Carrack better if it had more entrances than one giant ramp. But it is a cool ship. It looks massive. Massive. This is massive. What's this little puck down there? Oh, that's just always there. Okay. We're going to go to the big boy. We're going to head up to Port Olisar. That's where we're going to end this. This video is definitely long enough. So let's just start. How do I get up? Oh, it's just going to take me forever to get up there. All right. I'm going to jump ahead when I'm finally up at Port Olisar so you guys don't have to watch me try to get my way all the way up there. So I don't know what button. I finally pushed the right button that wherever I'm looking is where I'm flying. So now I can smoothly fly up and around. It's like EVA getting up to Port Olisar. This is cool. If these were spinning right now, if we were in space, I would love to stand on one of these landing pads on Port Olisar and just stare over at Crusader. That would be amazing. But here we are. We're on one of the massive landing pads of Port Olisar. Let's go to the corner here and look down at the ships below. The little fleet way down there. Where are they? There they are. Look at those ships down there. Hi. This is cool. I am going to spend more time in this for sure. I'm hoping to do some ship reviews. Definitely on my ship reviews, there's going to be an aspect of me just kind of checking out in VR the shape of the ship. Because this is, I'm so glad I found this. I'm so glad I tried this out. This is mind-blowing. So that is it. What do you think? Is there something that you would like to see that is fan-made? Let me know in the comments below, and I'm definitely going to check it out. I'm hoping to put out more stuff kind of showcasing some of the amazing things that some of the Star Citizen fans have made. And this is, what a great start. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this, please like and subscribe and help on my channel. Until next time, I hope to see you soon in the verse. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.